morning, Shamstars. How are you all? Welcome to class. We will start with the chapter number 2 of book 2, and the name of the chapter is Social Change and Social Order. Today we will cover the following topics: meaning of social change, characteristics of social change, and types of social change. So let us begin with our chapter. So we start with the chapter. Change is the law of nature and it is taking place all the time. Nothing remains the same. Social change is the most permanent feature of any society. It can be defined as transformation in the method of thinking and working of people. Internal changes refer to changes in the norms and values of one period as against another. And external changes or structural changes refer to changes in the form of family, marriage, kinship, class, caste, stratification, etc. Briefly speaking, the difference in the form of any condition or existence from its previous form is called change. Thus, any change in the society is called social change. We look into some of the definitions of social change. According to Johnson, social change can be defined as transformation in the method of thinking and working of people. According to Kinsley Davies, by social change we mean those changes which occur in the social organization or social structure and functions. So, we can say it is basically changes in social structure and social relationships of a society. What is today may not be so tomorrow. Things change, our thoughts change, what we do not understand today, we may do start understanding it tomorrow. History relieves how society have undergoes changes from time to time. All the time there are countless changes taking place. Since change is a law of nature, this change can occur in the economic, social, political, or religious field. It can be in the cultural aspect or in the world of fashion also. Now we talk about characteristics of social change, or we can say that characteristics of the nature of social change. Social change is a universal phenomena and happens in all societies of the world without exception. From the primitive societies to the modern complex societies, there is no example of a static society. Then we can say that social change is a community change. It means that social change is not related to any particular individual or group, but to the whole community. In fact, only that change can be called social change which affect the whole community. Social change, we can say that the social change occur as an essential law. Change is the law of nature and social change is also controlled and directed by the same law. Thus, social change becomes invital to fulfill our changing needs and desires. Next characteristic is that speed of social change is unequal and comparative. Although social change occur in all societies, its nature and form varies from one society to another in terms of speed and aspects. Reason being that the factor of change are not the same in all societies. Nature and speed of social change is affected and related to time factor. This means that in any society the speed of change is not the same in each period of time. Compared to the medieval period, the speed of change is much faster in the modern period. The reason for varying speed is that the factor of change keep changing from time to time. Now we discuss the types of social change. Social change is inevitable in social life and relationships because it is continuously happening, whether its speed is fast or slow, equal or unequal, resulting in good or bad consequences. On these bases, some of the form of social changes are growth, evolution, progress, revolution, and development. First of all, growth. Growth is a special kind of change. It has its own direction. In this sense, change is called growth and is always based on size and quality. Growth has a speed and the growth rate can be assessed. For example, the growth rate in the population of the country shows the size and population related changes in society. Next, we talk about evolution. When changes occur very slowly from simple to complex and in stages, it is called evolution. It is like planting a mango tree or seed which will pass through various stages till it grows into a mango tree. Next, we talk about progress. Changes for the better is called progress. If a student gets 45 marks in his examination and then work hard and gets 65 marks in the next examination, it is indicative of progress. If the economic policies of the country make the people prosperous, it is progress. Then we talk about revolution. When a change occurs suddenly or accidentally, it is called revolution. These changes can be in the field of economics, politics, or industry. For example, television and infotech have created revolutionary changes in the life of common people. The last type is development. Development highlights that aspect of speed of change in which one condition replaces the other as it moves forward. Development is a value-related concept. When change is directed in a particular direction in a planned manner, it is called development. Now I explain the evolutionary theory. Charles Darwin, pioneer work biological evolution, contributed to 19th century theories of social change. According to his approach, there has been a continuing progression of successive life forms. For example, since human being came at a later state of evolution than reptiles, we represent a higher form of life. Social theorists sought an analogy to this biological model and originated evolutionary theory, which views society as moving in a definite direction. Early evolutionary theorists generally agreed that society was inevitably progressing to a higher state. As might be expected, they concluded in ethnocentric fashion that their own behavior and culture were more advanced than those of earlier civilizations. That's all for today's session. Thank you, Shemstars. You can drop your queries on the Google Classroom. Take care.